The day my heart learned to breathe again. Emma Clarke never understood how fragile life was until the day it all fell apart. She always believed that the worst kind of hurt was loneliness, but she was wrong. The worst kind of hurt was realizing that the person you trusted most was the one who made you feel the most alone. That evening she came home just 20 minutes earlier than usual. 20 minutes, that was all it took to collapse her entire world. She pushed the apartment door open and heard it, a soft, breathy laugh coming from the bedroom. A woman's laugh. Sharp. Out of place, impossible to ignore. Her heart tightened. Her feet moved on their own. She pushed open the bedroom door, and everything inside her went silent. Her fiancé, Mark Sullivan, was half naked, tangled in sheets with another woman. Shock rippled through them, but Emma didn't fall apart. She didn't scream. She didn't break anything. She simply closed the door slowly, calmly, like she was shutting off a nightmare. She packed her things without saying a word. Mark chased her through the hallway, barefoot, desperate, scrambling for excuses. Emma, wait. Please, just listen, it's not what it looks like. She turned sharply and threw the apartment keys at him. They hit his chest and dropped to the floor. I don't need explanations, she said quietly. I'm done listening. Emma walked to her car, opened the door, and drove away while Mark kept shouting her name behind her. She didn't look back. Something inside her had already closed forever. For days she wandered through job listings, trying to rebuild her life one shaky step at a time. Nothing worked out. Every interview ended the same way, with cold rejection and empty promises. And then, one night, she found a fresh listing, live-in caregiver needed. High pay. Immediate start. She didn't have much to lose. She went to the interview before sunrise, and by sunset she was still waiting in the hallway of a grand mansion. No one spoke to her. No one cared. When she finally heard, "Sorry, you're not what we're looking for," the words felt like another door slamming in her face. She stepped outside, exhausted, defeated, ready to cry, when a deep, calm voice called out behind her. "Miss Clarke, please wait." She turned. It was the house butler, Mr. Hayes, tall, dignified, with kind eyes that seemed to see right through her. "Would you allow me to speak with you?" Informally, he said. Emma hesitated, then nodded. That simple, unexpected conversation changed the entire direction of her life. Mr. Hayes led her downstairs, to a dimly lit basement room. There, sitting quietly on a sofa, was a man, thin, pale, almost ghost-like, yet with eyes that held an entire universe of unspoken pain. He lifted his gaze to her. "So you're Emma," he said softly. "Yes," she whispered. "And you are?" "Liam Westwood." The name stunned her. Liam Westwood, the mysterious billionaire entrepreneur who had disappeared from the public eye months earlier. A legend in business, yet here he looked so human, so fragile. "I heard them reject you upstairs," Liam said gently, "but I choose people for reasons they don't understand." Emma frowned. "Why me?" He studied her for a long moment. "Because you were honest. You didn't hide your disappointment. You didn't pretend. I need someone real." His voice cracked almost imperceptibly. "And because I'm dying. Leukemia." Emma felt something inside her soften, crack open, tremble. She wasn't looking for pity, and neither was he. He was simply telling the truth. "If you want the job," he said, "it's yours." She nodded, quietly, and her new life began. The hospital was harder than she could have imagined. She saw a little boy lying on a bed, staring at the sky with a blank, hopeless gaze. His parents cried silently beside him. His little sister smiled at him through her pain, trying to give him courage he no longer seemed to have. Every visit broke Emma a little more. But it also made her stronger. She stayed beside Liam day and night. His chemotherapy was brutal, tearing him apart piece by piece. Some days he couldn't speak. Some days he couldn't stand. Some nights she collapsed from exhaustion on the floor next to his bed. Once she fainted in the bathroom from stress and sleeplessness. But she never left him. She was the only person he allowed near him. And slowly, impossibly, he began to change. He started sitting up on his own. Walking short distances. Laughing softly at her jokes. Waiting for her voice every morning like it had become oxygen. One rainy afternoon Emma found an old box of photographs, Liam as a child, grinning without front teeth, covered in sand on the beach, holding a puppy, hugging his parents, performing in a school play. He looked happy, wild, alive. Tears burned in her eyes. How could life be so cruel to someone who once smiled that brightly? Liam stepped into the room and saw her holding the photos. "My parents took those," he said quietly. "Sometimes I look at them to remember that life used to be beautiful." Emma turned to him, her voice trembling. "It can be beautiful again." And for the first time, he believed her. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. Liam's strength returned faster than anyone expected. Doctors called it a miracle. Liam said it wasn't a miracle, it was Emma. Her presence, her care, her warmth, she brought him back to life. They began walking outside, first through the mansion garden, then into the park, then toward the lake. The simplest things became extraordinary, sharing coffee on a bench, sitting beneath the willow tree, watching ducks scatter across the water. Emma realized she hadn't smiled like this in years. Liam realized he hadn't felt alive in just as long. One golden afternoon, beneath leaves falling like soft rain, Liam stopped walking and turned to her. "Emma, you saved me," he said. "Not just from the illness, from myself." She felt tears gather in her eyes. He gently took her hands, held them like something precious. "I love you," he whispered. Her breath trembled. "I love you too, Liam." And there, under the golden light of autumn, he kissed her, a kiss filled with gratitude, hope, and everything their broken hearts had been longing for. Months later, Liam's cancer went into remission. His eyes became brighter. His laugh became louder. His life became fuller. He moved from the dark basement room to the sunlit upper floors of the mansion. Emma stayed by his side, not as his caregiver, but as the woman he loved. One quiet evening, as city lights shimmered below them like fallen stars, Liam took her hand and asked, softly, "Emma, stay with me forever." "Not as someone who saved my life, but as someone I want to build a life with." Her answer came with a trembling smile, "Yes." Emma once thought heartbreak had ended her world, but she learned something deeper, something truer. Life sometimes breaks you so it can rebuild you in the right direction. She lost a man who never valued her and found one who saw her completely. Two broken souls healed each other. Two hurting hearts learned to breathe again. And the woman who once drove away from betrayal found a love that would last for the rest of her life. Because when true love finally arrives, the heart never forgets the way home.